In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make these adorable clothespin dolls. These are two that I made a while back, and they are just so adorable. And they make great bowl fillers. They are very easy to put together. You just need a few basic supplies. I used fabric scraps, and then I cut pieces. This is the head piece, and I cut that 3 1/4 inches in diameter. And then the bonnet piece will be 4 1/4 by 3 inches. That's what this looks like. A dress. The dresses I cut 4 1/2 by 2.75. And then the apron pieces 3 1/2 by 1 1/2 inches. And as you can see, these are kind of tattered. Most of them I just kind of eyeballed. I put the template on top and I eyeballed and I just ripped them for that rustic look, and then I can trim off those threads when I'm done. Each one I did coffee stain, and I just mix up some coffee stain and I keep it in here, replenish as necessary, and then put out. After I coffee stained each piece, I just put it outside because it's been so warm to dry. So you don't even need to put these in the oven. And of course you'll need a peg style clothespin. So I have a bunch of those. I told you in a previous video that I will be selling at some craft shows this year. I have 2 to get ready for, and this is the first project for that. I'm going to make 2 packs. I'll be making 6 of those, but today I'm just going to show you how to do 1 or 2. You'll need a hot glue gun unless you are a sewer. You can certainly sew these. I'm going to add a little gauze. This is coffee stained gauze underneath the apron for a little added texture. And you can certainly doll these up. I may add crosses. I have some teeny tiny crosses that I may add if I can find those. And they are teeny tiny, but I think those would be so adorable. You could just put a jump ring on and attach it right to the string. So there's a lot that you can do with these. You could add this little pin right here and add a cross as well. There's so many ways you can embellish these, but I just want to show you real quick how I put these together. The first thing we're going to do is build the head. So you'll take a piece of the head fabric, which is 3 1/4 inches. I put a layer of filling down, and then another little piece of filling, because this part is going to dig into there. So then I'm just going to grab one side, grab another, and then pull down. We will be able to adjust it later on if you need to, but it's going to look like this. Then I'm going to take one of these little rubber bands I'm going to take one of these little rubber bands to secure it. And then wherever you think you want the front, the face, if you will, I like to match it up with the feet, if that makes sense. So this is the face, and then these would be the legs. Then I'm going to secure the head with this Coats Extra Strong upholstery thread, and give yourself a generous amount because you're going to be wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and then you have to tie a knot. So I just go like that, flip it over again, flip it over again, 3 or 4 times. This is very strong, and this is why you need a generous amount, because you have to make a knot in the back. Like that. And you can tug on it, it's okay. We're just securing that, the head. And I think that's the toughest part. And now the head is on there nice and secure. If you want, you can put a dab of hot glue and just snip off those ends. Come in with a dab of hot, like I'm thinking this is going to be my front, and I just want to let you know you can adjust this at this time if you needed to pull this down a little more. But now would be the time to do it. And then if you wanted, this could even be the front. But I think I'll go with that. I just put a dab of hot glue back here. And no one is going to see it. And that's not going anywhere. And then before we start on the dress, what I do is I take a paintbrush, and I'm using this Distress Walnut stain. I have already coffee stained it, but as you see on these ones, I use the walnut stain, and I just come in and I want to kind of darken up that face. This one was really dark. This is all personal preference, however you want to embellish it. And I do that before I add the dress and the bonnet. All right, we're ready to add the dress and the apron. And what I do is, this is the dress piece. I usually fold over a 1/2 inch, and then I lay my apron on like that. I'm going to place a couple dabs of hot glue just to secure that. Like that. And I place the apron flush with where I folded the dress over. You want to wrap the dress and the apron so that the folded end is on the top and the back. And you just wrap. And wrap. It didn't quite make it all the way to the back, but just grab it and turn it around. And this is what the back will look like. It's folded over, and that's just a personal preference. You don't have to do that. And then I'm just going to put a dab of glue right here. Again, if you're a sewer, you could just put a stitch in there. I do sew these sometimes if I'm just making a couple. Now we have the head formed. We stained this how we wanted it. We have the apron and the dress on. Now I'm going to add a little bit of my cheesecloth that I coffee stained underneath the apron. That's what that looks like, and I think I will add a little bit of glue underneath the apron just to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. And maybe a little to the back. This is what we have now with that little added texture. And you could add lace. The possibilities are endless. You could actually do some embroidering on the apron. I think that would be really cute. Now is the time where we would add the bonnet. Now for the bonnet, what I do, this is the piece that's 4 1/4 by 3 inches. I fold over like I'm making a binding, and I just fold it to the center. Then we have to decide what kind of string we'd like to tie off the bonnet. I have a couple strings here. I usually like to use the waxed cotton, but you can use whatever you want. So I'm going to use the black. I think the black would look nice on there. I have black or brown. Maybe the brown. So we'll do the brown. I'm going to take the bonnet, and I like to have it overhang a little. You can see here on this one. And then we have to even it up. Just like that. Because I want it to come down like this. Then I'm going to flip it on the back and make sure I'm even back there. And then I'm going to fold here, and fold down. I'll show you that again. I'm going to fold here, fold this side over, and fold down. And then adjust it as you need to, and then we'll use a rubber band to hold that. And you could pin it. I think that would work as well. But we just want to make sure that it's in place so we can tie that string. For this, I will definitely bring that up a little. For this, I'll be cutting off that rubber band. But I just want to be able to lay this on my string and tie that. I want to get it tight. Go around the front and to the back. And with the waxed cotton, it doesn't look like it, but it does make it easier to get that knot in there. And then I'll cut. Be sure you're not cutting your fabric, but I want to cut that rubber band out of there. Pull it out. There we go. You can, now we can snip the excess. Now I am just adjusting, make any adjustments I want. And then this is secure in the back. But I think what I will do is just add a little dab of glue back there. And there we go. And just make sure that that knot is secure. And how cute is that? Very, very cute. So easy to make. I will be putting 2 to a package. I will have to go through and trim all of my strings, but I do that afterwards. But see how finished it comes? And you can move that. And again, you could hang across. The bonnets, they don't have to be that tight. You could do your bonnets like this. It really depends on the fabric. This was a thicker fabric, but there you have it. So here are some of the other fabrics that I've tea stained that I'm going to use. The heads are just cotton muslin. My coffee stain is a teaspoon of instant coffee, and then I fill the rest with water, shake it from time to time. If I wanted to add a little bit of grunge to something, what I do is I take some fabric Mod Podge, put on my whatever I want to grunge up. In here I have cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg, and it smells so good. And so I would paint that onto the Mod Podge. When it dries, then I would just sand it back with a fine piece of sandpaper, or a sand block would work too. I think I have a sand block that I use. So there you have it. That's how easy these are to make. And they just look cute sitting in a bowl. I made these little acorns, and this is just muslin, and then in the fall we have tons of these, so I just dried those out. and some little fabric balls, but they are the perfect addition to any bowl. If anyone is interested in getting a copy of the templates I use to cut out my pieces or tear my pieces, comment below and I'll add a link in the description so that you can have access to that. It's just easier for me. I don't have to remember the measurements. So just let me know on that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you make some of these. If you do, shoot me an email, junkgal63@gmail.com. And if I get enough of them, I'll add them to a future video. I'll be packaging them, like I said, 2 to a pack. I'm thinking $10 for 2, but let me know what you think. I hope you have a great day, and until the next video, God bless. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you never miss a video. And if you're returning, thank you so much. And if you have found value in this video, please like and comment.